Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azul Fazli bin Muhammad Fazil and my matrix number is H21A2860. And I will show about diabetes in the children and get about this topic. According to a survey among all pediatric endocrinologists in the country, the number of children currently with diabetes is around 1,500, with about 1,200 having type 1 diabetes mellitus and around 300 with type 2. Rating type 2 diabetes in children was harder than treating adults due to a shortage of medication. Type 2 diabetes is common in adults and even children, but in left unrated there is a higher chance of them facing long-term diabetes complication when in their 20 years and 30 years. Diabetes mellitus is a chronic medical condition that causes problems with the body ability to change food, especially sugar, into fuel for the body. High blood glucose from not properly treating the diabetes can damage the heart, blood vessels, kidney, eyes, and nervous system over many years. The two most common forms of diabetes are called type 1 and type 2. Both forms can occur at any age, but children are more likely to be diagnosed with the type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes occurs when the pancreas does not produce enough of a hormone called insulin. This stops the body from being able to use sugar, which then builds up in the bloodstream. That sugar, also called glucose, that cannot be used by the body, pass out of the body in the urine and take water with it. The factor of diabetes in children have 4 factors. The firstly about family history. Anyone with a parent or sibling with type 1 diabetes has a slightly increased risk of developing the condition. Next is genetic. Certain genes indicate an increase of type 1 diabetes. Next is about race. Type 1 diabetes is more common among with children of non-Hispanic descent than among children of other races. And the lastly is certain virus. Exposed to various virus, many trigger the autoimmune destruction of the islet cell. Okay, next about alternative solution. The alternative solution, the first thing is about taking insulin. Anyone who has type 1 diabetes need lifelong treatment with one or more type of insulin to survive. Many types of insulin are available, including rapid-acting insulin. This type of insulin start working within 50 minutes. Its ratios peak after at 60 minutes and lasts about 4 hours. This type is often used 50 to 20 minutes before meals. Next is monitoring blood sugar. You or your child will need to check and record your child's blood sugar at least 4 times a day. Typically, you or your children test his or her blood glucose before every meal at the bedtime and occasionally during the middle of the night. But you or your child may need to check it more often if your children does have continuous glucose monitor. Frequent testing is the only way to make sure that your children's blood sugar level remain within the target range. Next is continuous glucose monitoring. Continuous glucose monitoring (CGM) device measures your blood sugar every few minutes using a temporary user instead using under the skin. Some devices show you blood sugar reading at all time on the retrieve on your smartphone or your smartwatch, while others require that you check your blood sugar by running the receiver over the sensor. Next is healthy eating. Food is a big part of any diabetes treatment plan, but that does mean your children have a follow strict diabetes diet. Just like the rest of family, your children's diet should regularly include food that are high in nutrients and low in fat and calories, such as vegetable, fruit, lean protein, whole grains. Your children registered dietitian can help you create a meal plan that fit your children's food preference on health goals, as well as help you plan for a constitutional treat. The dietitian will also teach you how to count carbohydrate in food so that you can use that information when figuring out insulin dose. Next part is exercising regularly. Everyone needs regular aerobic exercise, and children who have type 1 diabetes are no expectation. But remember that physical activity can affect blood sugar. This effect on blood sugar level can remain 4 hours after exercise, responsibly even overnight. You or your children may need to adjust your children's meal plan or insulin dose for increased activity. If your children begin a new activity, check your children's blood sugar more often than usual when you and your children learn how if or her body react to the activity. Make physical activity part of children's daily routine. Encourage your children to get at least 60 minutes of physical daily activity, or better yet, exercise with your children. Next is about advantage of this board game. First is exchange mental capacity. Second is offer youngest useful education resources. Third is keep an on and restrain screen time. And lastly is all age group of family and friends coming together to communicate, plan, compete and have fun. Next, the following are among the journal used in this article. And the conclusion is, diabetes is serious disease that threatens life and must be monitored and controlled effectively with the right medicine and by adapting to health lifestyle, especially for children. By following a healthy lifestyle, regular checkup and taking the right medication, we can observe a healthy and long life. Parents should play an important role so that this health problem is not easily acquired for children. Yearly treatment must be optioned immediately when a children is diagnosed with this disease. This is the reference from my video. Okey, bersama saya adalah adik Aiman dan adik Aidil. Untuk permainan ini, mereka harus membaling dadu dan menjalan mengikut nombor yang dinyatakan. Seterusnya, menjawab soalan yang berada pada kad merah dan hijau.
Cara untuk mengelakkan daripada terkena kencing manis. Kurangkan pengambilan makanan yang berlebihan gula. Dari manakah kita boleh mendapatkan sumber vitamin? Dari buah-buahan boleh tak? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Berapa gelaskah selera yang kita perlukan sehari? 7 atau 8? Betul. Okey. 1, 2, 3. Sumber apakah yang terdapat di dalam roti? Protein. Okey, betul. Dalam seminggu, berapa kalikah perlu kita bersenam? Sekurang-kurangnya 3. Okey, baik. Jalan. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cara untuk mengelakkan daripada terkena kencing manis. Kurangkan pengambilan gula dalam makanan. Okey, jalan. Dah habis. Okey, habis.